Okay, we should never let Kazusa cook ever again. Someone take care of this child, please. Anyway.
あいつはあんなに簡単そうにやってるのにな。
It sure does, huh? Also, I learned that what Haruki is experiencing is called psychosis, actually. I mean, I know what psychosis is, but I didn't know that these are the symptoms and stuff. So that was interesting.
というか、多分簡単なんだろうなと。それはともかく、この警報ベル、どうやって消すんだ？
Don't turn off the alarm.
やっぱり春樹の言う通り。
Yeah, he's right.
自分で料理なんかしない方が良かったのか？
その通りだ。
Oh my god, he's here. Okay. So, he didn't collapse, actually.
え？
Okay. So he actually managed to get back home. From the burnt smell coming from inside of the apartment, I could feel the same sense of foreboding I had just a few days ago.
どうしたんだよ、春樹。お前さっき会社に。
話は後だ。すぐ窓開けろ。
Not that I want to be right up, to be right though. Yeah. Like, let Kazusa cook, but only when Haruki's around. Don't let her cook alone.
ほら、焼けたぞ。今度こそキツネ色に。
ああ、うん。
You could say she lacks the skill to make fried eggs, but it takes a special kind of carelessness to burn regular toast cold black. How? How? Seriously, she's known for her skills all over the world, but yet the utter contrast between what she's good at and what she's bad at is straight out of the manga story.
で、話戻すけど、なんで戻ってきたんだよ、春樹。
ちょっと忘れ物だ。
何を？
Okay.
レコーダー。
なんでそんなものわざわざ取りに来たんだ？別にも。
先週のお前のコメント。ほら、お前の。
Yeah, okay.
けど、あの時録音なんかしてなかっただろ。
Okay.
だから覚えてることを自分で吹き込んだんだ。お前が寝た後でこっそり。
Huh.
本当か？
嘘ついてどうする？
Just to spend more time with her, I guess?
いや、どうもしないけど。
そうか。
I can feel Katsuha staring at me from behind. Probably because even I would find my answer unnatural.
目玉焼き。
あ、うん。
But I ignore her doubtful look and instead put the eggs I just finished frying on her plate. Once that's done, I look through the fridge for vegetables.
それで忘れ物見つかっ。じゃあこれ食べ。
お前もそろそろ練習に行く時間。
ああ、
そっか。
Because I was so worked up about the possibility of being late for work when I left my residence, the strange atmosphere wasn't present at all. Present earlier. This indescribable sense of loneliness, this strange feeling where we reach out our arms and lightly clutch to hem of each other's shirts, through only in our hearts, though only in our hearts.
あのさ。
This feeling of waiting for one of us to break the silence, wondering how we are going to settle things, swaying from side to side as we look for the right words to say.
実は上司からお許しが出たんだ。さっき電話で簡単な報告したら、今日はもう来なくてもいいって。
That's a lie.
そうなのか？
Is he throwing his job? Is he just throwing his job opportunity and stuff? I think he does. And in the end, the path we ended up on was a comfortable one. To me right now, it's the most pleasant path, a peaceful one without any storms. Okay, if you say so, Haruki.
午後から取材に出かけるらしくてさ。今日はどうせ打ち合わせできないからって。 それに俺もともと今は出張扱いだろ。トーマ上総対応。
じゃあここでこうしてる。
さすがにそれだけじゃ。
Sure.
今日はちゃんと仕事持ち帰れてるし、ほら先週のお前のインタビューのお越し
春樹。
だから、今日は部屋にいる。今の仕事はメールが使えればどこでだ。うん。
春樹、ずっと部屋にいるのか。
まあな。
And I'm sure right now CODA2 likely finds this path to be.
どうせならこっちの部屋で仕事しないか。
Okay.
私邪魔しないから。
Forget about getting in the way. Don't you have
見
practice?
てるだけにする。気が散るって言うなら部屋の隅にいる。お前が仕事に集中できるようにさ。
別に気が散ることはないからいいけどさ。ただ気を使ってコーヒーとか入れようとするなよ。 PC にこぼしたら取り返しがつく。
Yeah, that's dangerous combo. And there's no one to upset this atmosphere. This path is both pleasant and peaceful for Kazusa. Because this is the path that lets the two of us to be all alone together.
分かってる。
Together all alone.
春樹がいるのに家事なんかするわけないだろ。そういうのは
All alone
全部
together.
任せる。
Okay.
お前は
And just like that, I fear Kazusa's attempts to run away. After all, I of all people have no right to criticize her for that. Now I ran straight back home within minutes of being outside, just so I could escape and return to the world made only for the two of us. Haruki is kinda trapped. Like, this situation that Haruki is right now is very similar to what was happening in Chiaki Road. Haruki was like addicted basically to Chiaki and what she was doing with him basically. So this is very similar. Like, he just went back home and stuff like instantly. Like, he went outside and he just started being like eaten by pressure and uncertainty and stuff. I don't know, like, it kind of feels similar. It's not the same, but I see like similarities in this.
レコーダー使わないのか。
一応頭の中に全部入ってる。
Yeah, he haven't recorded anything. I'm amazed at myself how poor that excuse was.
そっか。さすがだな、春樹は。
But Kazusa simply admires me for those words, and with a bump she puts her head on my left shoulder. It's likely that it's not that she isn't doubting my words, rather she's given up on thinking about things altogether.
なあ、あれ書いていいか。フリューゲル氏が語ったトーマ陽子表。
隠遁生活の末に私が生まれたって話か。別に構わないけど。
Okay.
いや、そっちじゃなくて余裕で優勝できる実力があったってくだり。
そんなつまらないこと別に確認。
あと上総は母親と違って一度もレッスンを休んだことがないって。
そう書かれると母さんに比べて私が随分と小物に見えるな。
事実なんだからしょうがないだろう。どう考えてもお前は陽子さんよりも努力家で、
あの人は私よりも天才で。
俺はお前のその小物っぽいところ好きだけどな。
Kazusa starts sulking a bit and bumps her jaw against my shoulder a few times.
そりゃお前もちろん才能はあるよ。一般人とは比べ物にならないくらい。
知るかそんなの。
けどコンクールで陽子さんと同じ順位にいるのはあの人をしのぐ努力をした成果なんだと思う。
だったらさ、付属の頃3年間サボってた事実をどう説明するつもりだ。
Yeah. Bump, bump, bump. Her head rises up and down on my shoulder again and again.
なんだよ、世間に天才と思われる方がいいの。
前から言ってるだろ。私はお前以外にどう思われようが関係ない。
Okay.
はい。
そうやって聞き流すなよ。
She's completely letting herself loose around me.
それで俺の東間和沙小物表については俺にどう思われてるかは関係
半分ムカついて半分悔しくってそして
That's 3 parts. That cannot be half. Like what?
お前それ
Yeah.
社費 1.5 倍だ
私より小物の春樹がさ私を小物扱いして分不相応に守ってくれるところがさ
和沙
As I turn to her, she lightly pushes her lips against mine, and then immediately bumps her head back on my shoulder. But this time, she doesn't keep hitting me. Instead, she wraps her head against me.
嬉しい
そっか
The second half of that comment is not something I could put into the interview article though. Or perhaps I can keep it in my memory as the third-rate article forever.
なあ春樹
今度はなんだ
私うざいかな
全然
だよないいよなこれくらい
The one who kept verbally abusing me 5 years ago is letting out the expression befitting of the girls at my immediate reassurance.
あとたったの2週間だもんな、こ
Okay.
のくらい我慢できるよな春樹なら
I don't know like where this road is going. I don't know, like I can make a guesses, but ultimately I don't know how they will handle the ending of this, like this like cheating road, right? I would assume that Haruki going like either Haruki is not going to end up with anyone, or he's actually going to leave Japan and go with Kazusa. I don't think there's a place in this road where Haruki is just going to go back to Sets at this point. I think like we're going to break Setsuna heart even more in this road. Like the engagement ring is going to be basically turned to dust. This is so fucking horrible.
そもそも俺最初からそう感じたことなんかない今だって我慢なんか全然してない
Wait, what? Nothing right now. Okay. Even since I crossed my final line with Kazusa, the feeling of her skin and the warmth of her body has never caused me pain again.
それよりも2週間って連呼
え
On the contrary, whenever Kazusa gently pushes her skin against mine, whenever she touches my lips, and whenever she accepts me, I feel peace settle into my heart. I feel a kind of euphoria that far suspends any feeling of guilt over my betrayal, and I find myself wanting to experience it over and over again.
俺そんな約束した覚えなんかないからな
Yeah.
お前が勝手に決めつけてるだけだからな
And now Kazusa is going to have like self-guilt again. Like, no, you can't do this, like, you have to go back to Setsuna.
春樹
まだ何も決まっちゃいない
Yeah, see? This is what I said, like, engagement ring is going to just basically turn to dust. They're not married, they're getting engaged, but still, this is so goddamn... I can't comprehend the situation, truly. Like, I can't imagine a world where, like, I would, like, be engaged and, like, I would just find someone else. Like, I know, like, it's possible, right? I assume. Like, this is happening in general. But, like, it's just, like, such an alien concept to myself that I cannot, it's just, I don't know. This is such a difficult road for me. However, that euphoria might be the same kind that one gets when taking highly addictive drugs.
だからな
That's why, as if I'm swept away by some fever, I strongly pull Kazusa into my arms and push her down onto the bed. Distractions from work, again.
もっとたくさんお前の温かさ感じたい柔らかさ
I'm gonna cook some babies.
匂い
Yeah.
いいよな
I'm so sure, like, Kazusa's getting pregnant this road. I'm so sure of this. Like, they foreshadowed, like... There's no way they're baiting me the same way they baited me in Chiaki Road. There's just no way they do this twice. There's just no way. Right?
けど今まだ朝の10時だ。
それが
今からだとたくさん抱き合えるな。
今日はまだ14時間もある。
Jesus.
それは夢みたいな話だ。
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I will cut because we may have a scene. Okay, let's see. Am I doing this so I can calm down my heart? So I continue being myself? I'm doing this so I can free myself from the severe withdrawal from the drug called Kazusa. Yeah, this is pretty much what was happening with Chiaki. Like, Chiaki was his drug, basically. Like, Chiaki was his medicine, as she called herself. This is basically the same. I need to do this so I can rid my body from the dizziness, that dizzying headache and throbbing of my heart that attacked me even this morning when I boarded the train. Oh, we don't have a scene. Oh, okay. I'm surprised. Oh, Haruki went with the lie why he cannot go to work. So yeah, he's going to be just staying home, like in Chiaki Road. This is like Chiaki Road at this point. Almost. I mean, not the same, right? Because Kazusa and Cessna situation and stuff, but yeah, like, I see similarities.
なんだよそれ。ってことは最低でも1週間は来れないって。いや、
本当にすいません。アンサンブルの方、ちょうど実作業が始まるって。
Yeah, he's just throwing a job.
ああ、いや病気ならしょうがないだろ。
Sure, like, he made an excuse, but still.
これ松岡が言ったら信じないけどな。
He just discarded the opportunity. Yeah. Even unintentionally, Hamada-san words mercilessly pierced my heart countless times like needles. Yeah. But that time alone, I have no one else to blame. This time alone. Rather, no matter how I look at this, I'm the only one who's being terrible here.
まあ両方の編集長には俺から言っとくわ。ちょっと体制がどうなるかはまだわからないけど、とりあえず何か決まったらこっちから連絡するわ。
申し訳ありません。こっちでできる仕事なら今まで通り受けられ。
ああ、それじゃあ遠慮なくと言いたいところだけど、さすがにインフル患者に無理はさせられん。
いえ、そんなに体調が悪いわけじゃ。
Yeah, Haruki's trying to like lower the weight that's on him right now, basically.
ああ、それと東間和沙の取材も当分は控えろよ。今の彼女に移したらそれこそシャレにならんからな。
Yeah, about that.
この病気に関してはお前が無理したら周りの人に迷惑かかるからな。いつもみたいな行動は絶対に厳禁だぞ。とりあえずフォローできるところは今からやるから。それじゃお大事に。
浜田さん。
Yeah, about catching nothing. Kazusa is so going to catch a parasite that is going to slowly grow over the 9 months.
気にするな。じゃあな。
すいません。
Once I ended the call, I kept bowing my hands to the person who wasn't there. And if there was anyone around me right now, they pointed at me, laughing at what I'm doing. Yesterday, for the first time in my life, I committed an act that was unbefitting of the proper member of society, and repeated the mistake 7 times over. I just thought about like something, like because I was like saying like imagine like if like Kazusa get pregnant, right? And I also made in like one of the previous episodes like theory like what if like Sai's not going to get pregnant and Haruki's going to be like. He's like about to say that, hey, we can get married, and she's like, oh, I'm pregnant, and he's like, oh, great, let's get married, right? But imagine if both of them get pregnant. Damn, that would be, yeah, maybe that is possible. Who knows? Maybe they're just baiting me as hard, like, so hard, but I don't know. Like, I'm like 75% sure that Kazusa will get pregnant this road. Because of like all of the foreshadowings. At least like I can't count them as the foreshadowings. But it might be a bait like in with Chiaki. I pretend that I was ill for the whole week at that. Moreover, I did it in such a sloppy way that my lie would immediately be revealed at the first request of the doctor's note. And how else could I explain it? I try going to the station every day, but every time I try to get in the train, I suddenly feel terrible. Yeah, okay. You're the middle schooler trying to skip school. What's happening to me? At the sight of my own pathetic face reflected in the mirror, my expression grows even more pathetic. I threw up on the station toilet, I rested for 30 minutes on the bench, yet my nausea and my dizziness wouldn't leave me. Yeah, see, like, this is like pretty much symptoms like he had when like Chiaki left the room and stuff. Like, he was like feeling cold, nauseous, uncertain of everything, like pretty much the same. Mentally broken. It's bad enough to get in the way of my work, but the moment I head back to my apartment, it goes away, as if it was all just a lie. No, more specifically...
春樹、大丈夫か？
なんだよ。すぐに飯の用意するって言ったろ。そんなに腹減ったか？
いや、私のことより、お前。
Yeah, just made myself a week free.
言っただろ。今は東間上版だって。出勤する必要ないんだよ。
けど、お前
先月からずっとそうしてたじゃないか。なんで今更
Yeah, I also feeling going to feel probably also some responsibility for this. It's the moment I hear that voice, the moment I saw that face, the moment I hugged her. I hugged that soft body in front of me, the moment I pushed my lips against hers. The moment I did the exact same things I had done to her before I was living on our pyre, all my symptoms went away as if it was all a lie.
すぐ作るから。もう少しだけおとなしく待っててくれ。
Okay. In other words, the way I am now, the longest I can go without my drug is less than an hour. Yeah, okay. Yep. Haruki is so gone. A world where Kazusa isn't present, and one where my superiors and my coworkers, my friends, and the person I consider the most precious to me are present. The world I used to live in. I have begun to look at such a world as uncharted land, the same way normal people would look at the depths of the ocean. Oh.
本当にお前、自分でブラッシングしたことないのか？
That's cute. Nice, we had some wholesome moments.
スタイリストとかマネージャーとか母さんとか、その時その時に気づいた人が適当にやってるだけだ。
粗末に扱うなよ。こんな宝物。
粗末にしたくないからこそ自分で手入れしないんじゃないか。
Good point. Oh my god, this is such a good point.
納得したけど。
Wow. Kazusa's magnificent long hair smoothly slides along my brush. Just with a single grasp of hand, it slides along my palm like water. It's like work of art whose peculiarity is that it has no peculiarity. Okay. If someone were to ask me what Tomoyoko's greatest masterpiece was, I might have decided on this hair.
枝毛めっけ。
お前のせいで痛めたんだろうな。髪にも何度もかけられたから。
Great.
もう少し言い方に気をつけろ。
事実なんだから。
Wow.
髪洗うとき結構ゴワゴワになってるんだぞ。
すみません。
Kazusa twirls her hair around her finger in boredom as her statement ruins the mood of our unreserved conversation.
別にいいよ、髪なんか。女の命とか言ってるけど、 切ったところでぶっちゃけ死なないし。
はあ、日本語の正しい使い方を一から再教育してやりたい。
Yeah, this is painful for Haruki.
お前のためなら売ってしまってもいいぞ。
そうしたら俺はお前のために懐中時計を売るのか？
バーカ。
バカというやつが愚か者。
こら。
Setting aside that this dispute over, who is contradicting the other for no reason. I dip my face into Koso's hair, transparent as piano wire. You know what, like, I'm so invested with, like, Haruki, like, I feel bad whenever, like, there's Setsuna and everything, right? Like, I remember, like, what situation we are in. But when we have just scenes with Kazusa, I just feel good, like, this is wholesome. Like, this is nice. But then, like, you know, you remember the other side of this coin and you feel terrible. Jesus. This road.
くそー、いい匂いしやがる。
お前が買ってきたシャンプーの香りなんだから、お前好みに決まってるだろ。
ああ、もうずっとこうしてた。
そんなのお前の勝手にすればいい。私は嫌だなんて一言も言って。
At my inappropriate behavior, Kazusa merely twists her body around as if playing tickled and accepts me wholly.
カズさ、
And I, as being lured by her scent, as if being enveloped by the delicate softness touching my face. I put more and more force into my arms, embracing her. I drew my lips kissing her cheeks, closer and closer to her mouth. Yep, phone call. Right before the perfect moment, we rudely interrupted by the sound. I swear this is Setsuna calling. Oh my god, okay, the pain incoming. The pain incoming. Good times ends. Kazusa picks up the cell phone from the top of the dresser, looks at the screen and frowns a bit. Oh, this is Kazusa's phone. Never mind, the pain is not here yet. It's in the background. The pain is still in the background. Well, let's not think about the pain for now. Actually, the only people who would call Kazusa in this country could be counted on just one
陽
hand.
子さん。
のマネージャー。
Oh, okay.
ああ、
Because of that, I can guess what the call will be about.
昨日スタジオに顔出さなかったし。
そうだったな。
Yeah, you kinda ruining your career. I mean, not ruining, but yeah, this is something that Yoko was talking about, right, before. Like, people said that she lost the concert because she had an affair with the guy. And she didn't practice. And this is basically the same situation happening here. After all, she was in bed with me from down till dusk yesterday. After all, she was moaning, laughing, dozing off, and kissing my lips and skin.
もう10時だし。
うん。
It is said that it can take days for a pianist to recover from the single day of skipping practice. Is it? I don't know. I wouldn't know. And if that goes on for multiple days, then keeping a proper condition for the concert less than 2 weeks away is next to impossible. That's why now, what Kazusa just did could be considered reckless beyond any
いい
reason.
のか。
Yeah, okay. Had it just been a few days ago, I have lectured her.
なんでそんなこと聞くんだ。
But Kazusa was very sadly hurt by my question that conveyed that I had an unimaginable attachment to her.
今お前がすぐそばにいるのに、手を伸ばせば届くところにいるのに、
カズさ、
なのに出て行けって。随分と冷たいこと。
出てけなんて言ってない。だいたいここお前の部屋だ。
へりくつ言うなこのバカ。お前、私にそばにいてほしくないの？
Yeah, but you are taking this like way beyond the point. Like, basically, like what Kazusa and Haruki are doing here are just like, you know, the high school fresh first love. Like, they just cannot be taken apart and stuff. Like, what do you mean leave? Like, don't you want to be with me? No, we have our lives. We have to like work and stuff. I would consider you both adults. But you're behaving like, you know, as your first high school love and like you are in love for like 2 weeks or something. and you cannot like leave like hour from each other. Which is what Haruki said with his current mindset, right? He cannot just leave Kazusa for more than X hours and stuff. Yeah.
いてほしくなかったら
The addiction.
手を伸ばして掴んだりしてない。
And I accept that slight bit of unreasonableness in Kazusa. My embrace around Kazusa's thin body had already grown strong enough to almost break it.
行くな、カズさん。俺のそばから離れるな。
この育児なし。どうして最初からそう言わないんだ？
もう話さない。
3手遅い。
絶対話さない。
2手。
二度と話さない。
あと1手。
ずっと話さない。今日も明日も明後日もずっとだ。
Yeah, Setsuna just doesn't count anymore here. This really hurts me. How could you? With those final words, Kosa finally relaxes her shoulders and leans against my chest, as if entrusting herself to me. I mean, I know, how could he? Because this thing's happening, like I said, but it's just so alien for me, right? Her expression is a smile with the slightest tinge of self-contempt in it.
せっかく溶かしてもらったのにな。
また何度でもしてやるから。いつでも。
Because we both knew the hair I spent so much time working on was going to be once again turned messy. After that, I turned on my cell phone too, in front of Kazusa. I had to text from Setsuna, but I didn't even look at them. Yeah, if you looked at them, that would be even more painful. Yeah, I bet, maybe not bet, but Setsuna is going to. Okay, I thought we were going to see Setsuna. I thought like Setsuna is going to get worried because Haruki is not reading his messages and he's not answering. They probably have info that, like, you know, that shows up that they, like, you know, read the messages, probably. I think, maybe. So, yeah, she's going to get worried and get to, like, Haruki apartment to see what's happening. And she's going to just hear moans from the second door. Or from his room, because depending where they will be. Yeah, I'm like so sure that Setsuna is going to figure this out through the door or something.
何見てる？
月。
ああ。
Another day spent from morning till night in bed. The only time either of us put on the clothes was to greet the restaurant delivery man who came with our dinner. Yeah, that's just like in Chiaki Road. Also, just like buy groceries and food. Let's not go out of apartment at all. This is just like the second most self-destructive road ever, probably. In old days like this, maybe something Kazu had long since gotten used to, but they are completely unimaginable to me.
雪見てないな。こっち来てから一度も。
そうだっけ？
みぞれはあったけど。
Morning, day, night, forgetting time altogether and just going at it with such passion that one could mistake our sleeping for as fainting. Once we wake up, we do it again. We spend our time together, even as the day changes. This lifestyle that has absolutely no value to the world at large, yet is completely irreplaceable to the two of us.
そういえば、今年は暖冬なのかな？
Wow. Oh.
その割に寒いけどな。
Kazusa wraps around my around my warm body once again, as if she hadn't been holding it all day. Of course, I naturally reciprocated. Jesus, why you're using these words? With an even greater force. Can you just write like I naturally responded? Or something?
見たいのかユキ。
私は
そういえばストラスブールは降った
Getting back to Strasbourg, huh? Do you want to see snowing? Do you want to see snow? Snow is Cessna, right? If I remember correctly. What was Kazusa? Wait, one was snow and the other one was what? Cold? Wait, I forgot about this. Or falling? Wait. Cessna was snow, but who? What was Kazusa? The cold? I don't remember. Can you remind me? You know what I mean, right? I think. That was like in the introductory chapter. Ah.
あめちゃくちゃ冷たかった。
当たり前だ。お前靴履いてなかったじゃないか。
あの時はさ。
That night in Strasbourg, and those memories of 5 years ago. Whenever Kazusa and I saw the snow, there was always one more person seeing that very same snow.
東京で見れないならさ、見に行こうか。ユキ。
え
Okay. The person who loved the snow the most among the three of us, and the person who hated the snow the most among the three of us, the person whose very name had the character for snow in it. Yep.
降ってるところ、どっか北の方。
旅行
But now I desperately chase that name out of my mind. I'm afraid that my body and my heart will react the same way again.
あ、旅行。しないか？二人で。
春樹と
一面の雪、見に行かないか？日本の雪、久しぶりだろ？
I wonder who it was who said to us, I want to see the snow all those years ago. I don't remember.
一面の雪か。いいな。
Perhaps it was the first time Klaus and I started to like seeing the snow fall down. And that was when times equally as painful as those we enjoyed followed.
明日、旅行代理店覗いてみないか？どこか雪の綺麗な場所を探しにさ。
I swear, like, Cessna going to find out about this when it's snowing. This is going to be like yet another, like, the snow of pain once again. God damn it. Why it's always snow? And it's near Christmas when I'm recording this. What day is it? It's 18th. So it's like next week when I'm recording this. And when I'm uploading this, it's probably 20 seconds. 22. Yeah, Monday. Yeah, probably. Maybe. I don't know.
行くなら急がないとな。もう今週くらいしか。
Maybe I will like record like more or something. Maybe I would upload this like actually on Christmas, like 24th, and then take a break. Like I will like make like one huge episode, and it's like will be just out of schedule. I don't know. We'll see. Uh,
別に慌てなくても大丈夫。3月いっぱいまでなら
I'm going to traumatize Christmas for everyone.
日本にはいくらでもある。
3月
Speaking about Christmas, I have on the channel Christmas Tina if you want to watch series. There's also quite a lot of pain. But also, it's quite nice. And it's heartwarming at times.
雪だけじゃないぞ。春には花見、夏には海水浴、秋にはもみじ狩り。何しろ日本には どこにも真似できない四季がある。
Okay. Kazusa, who has until now looked at me with a distant smile, over time starts to look more and more lonely as she lowers her gaze. The more passionate my words become, the more the light disappears from her
お
expression.
前はこの国のことを嫌いだって言ったけどさ、
But no matter how big difference in our body temperature becomes, I can't stop myself from speaking.
でも本当の日本はさ、お前が知ってるよりももっと美しくて、
春樹、もうやめ。
Ooh. I think like Haruki is talking so much because he does not want to think about Setsuna. He's like occupying himself and try to occupy Kazusa with a flow of thoughts.
だからずっといないか、またこの国で暮らさないか。
I spoke those words without any consideration of the future, without any idea of what would happen next. They were merely the words that came to my mind. But at that moment, the feelings I put into words had no hint of lies in them, nor did they have any doubt of my happiness, if she actually did stay.
考えてみないか。そしたら俺、
She don't want to stay where Setsuna is, basically. She wants to stay with Haruki, but not where the Setsuna is, because that's way too much guilt to handle.
やめろって言ったのに。
コンサートが終わった後もさ、こっちを活動拠点にしたらいいだろ。大丈夫、お前日本じゃ引く手あまたなんだ。
いい加減にしろよ。夢みたいなこと
Yeah.
言うな。
Kazusa is set in stone in basically just 2 more weeks. And this is just an attainable dream for her.
チケット瞬殺したんだぞ。たった1回や2回のコンサートじゃちっとも需要と供給のバランス取れてないんだぞ。
そんなのただの流行だ。1年もすれば。
ピアノならどこでだって続けられるだろ。今のカズサなら不可能じゃないだろ。
春樹、
だから日本に戻ってこいよ。なあカズサ、これからもお前。
春樹。悪いけど考えたこともないよ。
Yeah.
そんな未来。
However, the joy I had expected from her at the moment was something that only I felt moved by.
それ言ったらおしまいだろ。今までのルール全部なかったことになるんだぞ。
Well, at this point, to hell with rules, we broke them all.
けど
Frankly speaking, it's nothing more than the self-satisfactory proclamation I made to clean everything up.
そんなのはお前が日本を捨てるって未来を考えたこともないのと同じだ。
Okay. But if that possibility truly does come to fruition, I can't even imagine what conclusion will be waiting for us.
考えたことないだろ。
Well, he probably does now.
俺が
I don't have the courage to face it. It's just like my reasoning 5 years ago.
私が考えてくれって言ったら本気で考えるのか。
日本を。
無理だろ。
Yeah, it's scary to like
それと
leave a
同じ
country
ことなんだよ。
you're living in, like permanently, to live somewhere else. Like it's difficult. Like people say like, hey, yeah, like I would just like travel somewhere and just live somewhere else, you know? Yeah, it's not that simple. Like you're living like your friends, your family, like everyone, basically. Yeah, you will find new friends, probably new place and stuff, but this is really difficult. My reasoning is so awkward that even Kazusa, who has never beaten me in an argument before, can completely shatter it. An impossible suggestion collides with the impossible suggestion made before it, causing both to break down without a sound.
俺バカなこと。
やめろ。もう何も言うな。
カズサ、
私今すごい見当外れなこと言った。 だから忘れてくれ。
検討外れって。
とにかく忘れろ。それがお互いの。
Ah. Is it like either like god damn it? Is it going to end like into the next story chapter? Like Kazusa going to fly away and Setsuna is going to stay behind with Haruki? And god damn it. Haruki, you can't stay with Setsuna at this point. Like, please don't. Just don't. If Kazusa leaves, then you should leave Setsuna, basically. Like, this is such an alien concept to me. Like, I don't know. Is this like weird to think that like Haruki should like in this road? If Kazusa leaves and Haruki not following her, Haruki should basically just leave Setsuna as well. Like he should just be with no one. Is it weird? I think like that's like the only option if Kazusa leaves and Haruki is behind. I don't see the universe where like Haruki keep going to be with Setsuna after this. I don't see a world like that. Yet, just as it was about to break down, at the very last moment, Kazusa loosened her grip on her strict conviction. She was the slightest bit taken by my ridiculous and utterly absurd suggestion that was supposed to be out of question.
私寝る。今日はもうしない。おやすみ。
Me abandon Japan? Abandon everything? All for the sake of one precious thing? Yeah, that's what people do.
おやすみ。
Is such a path even possible? It's probably the best path for you at this point. I'm sorry, Setsuna. God damn it. This is painful. But when we're with Kazusa, we're happy. We just have to stop thinking about Setsuna. This is so fucked up. Is that a future that even a single person could say they'd be satisfied with? And also, not only betraying Setsuna, but we are also betraying Io and Takeya. At the same time, if you think about this. Miyoko. Oh, this is the manager.
さてと、そろそろお昼だし、私戻るわね。
申し訳ありません、社長。私の落ち度です。
みおちゃんが謝ることなんか全然ないわよ。すべてはあのバカ娘の自己責任なんだから。
I mean, like that she's not here for like training sessions.
でも練習に来なくなるどころか。
Yeah, for the practice sessions.
私が滞在場所さえ抑えていれば。
ああ、そういえば教えてなかった。
Yeah. For a good reason, probably.
今はそっとしときましょう。きっとあの子にもいろいろあるのよ。週刊誌によればかなりの暴君らしいから。
Yeah.
でも次のコンサートまでもう10日を切ってしまったんです。
調整なんて3日あればなんとかなるでしょ。
Okay.
そんなの社長だけです。前回も一部のマスコミに練習不足って言われたのに。
たった1度や2度の失敗、長い人生の中では大したことじゃないわよ。
Okay. Very good points.
でも
知ってる？私ね、昔男を追いかけてコンサートすっぽかしたことあるのよ。それも M 教との
Yep.
コラボで。
And that's exactly what's happening with Kazusa now.
存じてます。その時の記事スクラップしてありますから。
Wow.
休暇を反対された時に突きつけようと思って。
Damn.
あなたも結構いい根性した。
でもその後2年くらい干されてたじゃないですか。ヨーロッパで認められるまで日本じゃそっぽ向かれて。
Okay.
それでもこうして今もご飯を食べられてる。みおちゃんのお給料だって。
社長と同じスケールで考えないでください。彼女はまだ。
カズサがピアノを続ける限りは大丈夫。何しろあの子には私を死ぬ。
Ooh. Recognizing Kazusa's talent. Wow, that's nice.
信じていいんです。あ、でもピアノを続けるかどうかは知らないわよ。あの子の場合、少なくともそれより大事なものを持ってるからね。だからそうやって不安を煽らないでくださいよ。
That's nice that she's like not entirely like pushing the piano thing. She's like, yeah, if Kazusa decides to, then she don't have to play piano, and she have nothing against this. That's nice.
お前これ全然使ってないだろ。チューニングがめちゃめちゃだ。
White.
大学卒業して以来弾いたのなんて2、3回くらいじゃないかな。
Haruki start playing with Kazusa around. Wow, what a change. Since like, I don't know, like 2 episodes ago? I forgot what that was. When she asked why he's not going to play for her.
たく、楽器を可愛がれないやつは楽器にも愛されないんだぞ。
俺はもともと音楽の神様に愛されてないんだよ。
I take a sidelong glance at Kazusa, who is teasingly fiddling with my guitar. As I prepare the afternoon tea. Oh, it's not Haruki. I thought like... It's Haruki like... using the guitar. Okay, never mind then. Scrap what I just said about playing for Kazusa. How many days have I skipped work by now? I feel like I've lost my sense of time.
よし、こんなところかな。何かリクエストあるか？
Okay.
そうだな。
So he wanted her to attune the guitar. Okay.
わかった。なら、
Oh my god. What she's going to play? Don't.
相変わらずの腕しやがって。
Okay. That's not Toto Kankoi, right? No, it's not. I heard this somewhere. I think. But I forgot where. Dressed far too improperly, Kazusa still manages to play my guitar better than I can. Her relaxed behavior make it seems like if she lived here for years.
前は反復練習が大事だって思ってたけど、才能だけでもなんとかなるもんだな。
Wow. Yeah, but you still will get better if you practice. It's like, you know, like Frieza from Dragon Ball. random Dragon Ball reference. The guy was just like never training in his life, and then he trained like for a year or something, and like basically like overcome everything.
これだから天才は。
He didn't train because he was a genius. Like basically his race was like extremely powerful and stuff, and he felt like he doesn't have to. Anyway, back to White Album. Just a few days ago, I had never seen Kazusa act so casually in my apartment. She'd usually head straight back to her own apartment once her business here was taken care of. After a few uncomfortable moments at my side of the wall.
砂糖何杯いる
4、いや、5杯で。
Okay, as usual.
控えろよ。糖尿になってからじゃ遅いぞ。
And I accept Kazusa's restraint as something natural. Because we had the mutual understanding that this apartment was meant for Setsuna and me.
一曲弾き終わるだけですぐに甘いもの。
Setsuna going to be here, isn't she? She's going to just
それだけ重労働だってこと。
call the door. I'm just waiting for this. Takes the David as well. Okay.
お前の場合は生まれつきだ。トーマ一族って絶対カブト
Horned Beatles. But before we knew it, that strict rule had been completely forgotten.
あと1杯。
Yeah,
半
that
分でい
is.
いから。
Yeah, that this is just for. That this room is for Setsuna and Haruki. Yep, they all forgot about this already. Yep,
ちゃんと山盛り4杯
just left Setsuna in the dust.
あとは飲んで
Once
みて
again.
足りなかったらにしろ。
In this apartment, I've come to desire Kausa more and more, and Kausa has started to eat here with me and bath with me. And now, in both Kausa's apartment and mine, we lead two lives, separated by the single wall.
ほら見ろ、やっぱり全然足りないじゃないか。
砂糖を熱冷ましに使うやつがあるか。夫婦でもしてろ。
Wait, what? Really?
じゃあ責任取ってお前がやれ、夫婦。
Wow.
トニー、お前は。
It's probably my fault for fully accepting all her stubborn desires to be spoiled by me.
だいぶマシになった。お返しにお前の夫婦してやろうか？
いるか。俺は熱いのがいいんだよ。
But now neither of us need to show any restraint. Because no one can get in our way. Wait until Setsuna calls the door. Because I even disconnected the phone from the landline. Jesus! Yep, okay. It's like at this point, not even like Setsuna is going to be worried. Like Setsuna is going to like to call all gang. Like Io, Takeya, like they all just like someone is like going to get here. In like wondering like, hey, we haven't seen like Haruki for a week. He's not picking up a phone, we cannot like call him, like there's like nothing. Like where is he? Like this is just bound that someone's going to come here.
なあ、春樹。
なんだよ。
久しぶりに弾いてみろよ、お前も。
Like being shut in like that, this is like the worst like way they could do to like, you know, to hide themselves from everything. That's like the worst they could do. Haruki is like, as like we established, I guess, not thinking straight anymore. Also holds out the guitar on the lap to me. Yeah. And I grudgingly accept it and put it on my lap.
いいじゃないか。別に下手でも笑わないよ。
It's not that.
お前の場合、笑わない代わりに思いっきり。
別に罵ってない。ただ嘘がつけないだけだ。
汚い意見ってのはな、どの場合でも正義ってわけじゃないんだぞ。
5 years ago, while listening to me play, she did indeed never grin, giggle or laugh at me. Always calmly pointing out every single shortcoming of mine from beginning to end. With plenty enough persuasive power to tear my heart into.
頼むよ。久々に聞いてみたいんだ。お前のギタ
ー。Yeah, that's more painful than you think. I wonder if like Haruki going to actually break and actually play.
カズさん。
But after that, she would teach me how to overcome those shortcomings slowly and gently, so that even I would understand. And finally, she would ever so slightly blush when I gave her my exaggerated gratitude to her.
少しだけだぞ。
Oh, he is actually going to... Oh, okay.
ー。ありがとう。
Well, that actually changed. Wow. Okay, he actually changed his mind. I guess forgetting about Setsuna is doing that, huh? When I put my arms around the guitar, Kausa crawls up to me as if picking up a front seat. I wonder what she finds so amusing about this. This is obviously going to be a crappy performance with absolutely no potential for improvement.
それじゃ、何がいい？
別に何でも。春樹の弾きやすい曲でいいよ。
Okay.
なら。
So being pushed on by my overly enthusiastic audience, I try to think of the melody to play. A song that I can at least get the basics of without practice. You're not going to play Totokani Koi. You're not going to. Oh my god, are you? Yep, there's a flashback. Yep. There's a flashback, yep.
俺の下手くそなギターに勝手に乗っかって歌い出す刹那が
The pain is back. Setsna's on screen.
好きなんだ。世界で一番。
The pain is back. Send me help. God damn it.
忘れたら俺のギターの音を聞いて。 歌詞を忘れたらその時は笑顔でごまかして。
You can just attack me with the guitar and box. I thought box with sets now. This is unfair. This is so unfair.
コンサートが終わったら私を無理やり奪ってください。
I got chills. Wow. Oh. Did he actually play it? No. No, no. He's having PTSD, flashbacks and everything. Yep.
どうした？
Ah.
ごめん、やっぱダメだ。弾き方忘れてる。
Wow. Just like Cessna a few years ago, right? An idol who forgot how to sing, and a Haruki who forgot how to play. Well, he still knows how to play on feelings, though. The finger I have on the string won't move. It's not that it can't play the proper melody, it literally won't move.
別に一曲通して弾いてくれなんて。
ダメなんだ。ごめん。
春樹。
Yep, there's more to that, just... Are you not realizing that, Kazusa? Because just now, a memory I absolutely should not remember gushed through my head in the mere seconds. I mean, you have no way of knowing, like, these specific memories. But... yeah.
あれからまるで弾いてなかったんだ。お前に教えてもらったことも全部忘れた。
Still my memory is my confession 2 years ago, Cessna's response. With the way I am now, I've denied every single one of them.
もともと才能がなかったのに努力もしなかったから。
Also, by the way, I will read the digital novels and stuff that are like what if scenarios and like some extra content. Like after I finish basically White Album, like this is just going to be some extras, right? I'm like in between, while reading White Album, I will just read and watch the things that are like supposed to be read, like in between, you know? Like to get like context for situation or something, like we did like after like Chiaki wrote, went back to the introductory chapter, then we read the digital novel, and that like connected the story together. But all like extra stuff and like what if scenarios and etc. I will do like basically after the game. We're going to check just extra things. Outwardly laugh at my failure. In my heart, I mockingly laugh at myself. The feelings I have right now are not false. My memories from 2 years are not false. Those two things are both real, and it only further proves that it only further proves what an awful shallow person I am.
だからお前にだけ
Can't
は
play for you alone, huh?
させられない。
So I can't play it, even though it's a song that Kazusa made. Because that song now belongs to Sessa. It belongs to all of you, but yeah. Are you okay? Oh. Is Haruki something? No. It says now, yeah. Yeah, I knew. Oh my god, Sessa's going to go to his apartment. She's so going to his apartment. I'm sorry for texting you so many times. Yeah, she's worried. You were in a bad shape last weekend. Oh my god, yep. And I haven't been able to get in contact with you at all. So I was a bit worried about how you've been. Yeah, not in the best shape and no giving a sign of life for a whole week. Yeah, I would be concerned too. I would be concerned too. You said you were fine this Monday, but maybe things get worse again after that? Did something so terrible happen that you couldn't take my calls? Or perhaps, do you not want to talk to me? If that's the case, if you truly have started to feel that way, then I want to know, because I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, oh my god, this is just getting more and more painful. Yeah, just like leaving her like that, this is cruel. Holy shit. This is worse than even like telling her that, yeah, it's not gonna work. So no matter what it's about, if you see this text, please contact me. You can hang up after the first ring if you want. You don't want to talk. If you don't want to talk about anything right now, you don't have to say anything. It's just that if you're okay, then let me know that you're okay. If you're not okay, then please call me. You only have to contact me. You don't need to say anything else. I'll be waiting, Setsuna. Oh my god, I got chills. This message is so painful. Oh, and she's here actually. Oh my god. Yep, I knew this is going to happen. Oh my god, and they read this. Oh my god. Before I knew it, the room was already pitch black. It's also insignificant. Food, sleep, the world outside, talking to other people, being accepted by them. Even the sky is irrelevant, for as long as it doesn't snow. Anything that is outside of our desires is unneeded. As long as I can communicate with Kazusa with my naked heart, as long as I can embrace her body as much as I want, as long as Kazusa alone is here with me, then I don't need anything else. I won't be scared of anything. Not of the concert, my job, or of Setsuna. If I was alone, I would stop in my tracks out of unease. I would be overcome with fear. Both my mind and body would be destroyed by despair. But that unease, fear, and despair disappears whenever I'm with Kazusa. I wonder if, like, Setsuna already been and heard them. Like, because she did something so similar before, right? Like, she heard something and then she sent a message. And acting as if she don't know anything. She did something like that before. So did she actually caught them already? It's possible. We saw her outside of apartment, right? There was never need to think about it. It was such a simple thing. All I needed to do was to be with her. It's when I'm embracing Kazusa, tightly embracing her, that I can remain my usual calm self. My usual thoughtless, worryless self. The true me who only follows his desires and indulges in his carnal desires. The me who only sees Kazusa. What's wrong with that? Where is the problem? I'm happy from the bottom of my heart because of that. And Kazusa too, I'm sure. There was the doorbell ring. Oh shit. This is happening. My apparently beating heart gives a sudden jolt. But in complete contrast to my heartbeat, our interactions that can only lead to our demise freeze suddenly, as if having reached absolute zero in a single moment. And there's still... oh my god. Setsuna is still ringing the bell. Oh, the pain is back so badly. I report this shiver at the possibility of it being her. Yep, and it is her. The guy who's been coming to my apartment almost every week up until now. What time was it again? Actually, what day is it? Yeah, this is like, you are lost cause. This is just like in Chiaki Road, but worse. I try to bring my mind to reality in order to lower that probability, but since my mind has been turned off for so long, it doesn't work very well. The only thing I can focus on is Kazusa's obscene expression of pure regret, and wet from both tears and saliva. That expression ignores my long-gone ability to reason and strikes at my basest of instincts. I couldn't hold back at the sight of her expression. I knew this was going to happen, but I did not expect them to keep going actually when like there's a door ringing. This is the same as like 5 years ago, but instead of like the doorbell that was Setsuna calling on the phone. This is literally the same. They kept going even though Setsuna was calling. Oh my god. So I pray that all the other noises being made don't reach the other side of the door. I pray that the person who may or not be Setsuna doesn't hear the sounds that signify our love.
おい。
Oh, it's not Setsuna.
にしろよ。この様子じゃ留守だって。
Oh. Oh, it's not Setsuna. But yeah, like I said, like Takaya also was an option, but we saw Setsuna before the apartment, so she left or she asked Takaya to check? Maybe? Actually, no, it's like Takaya is here, but it's Tomo who's calling, actually. Keep ringing.
何か声が聞こえたような気がしたんだけど。
気のせいだよ。電気だってついてないし。きっと出張か何。
でも今までの北原さんならそのことを前もって教えてくれた。少なくとも
それは。
刹那をあんなに心配させることなんて
Yeah.
しなかった。
何か事情があるの。
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's deep within the reasons.
事情って何？電話一本かけてこないどころかつながりもしないんだよ。
もしかしたら緊急入院とか。いや、そんな最悪の事態は想像したくないけど。
He's not hospitalized yet, but he will be after you find out, and you are going to beat the shit out of him.
そんなの全然最悪じゃない。本当の最悪ってのは。
Oh, Tomo is catching fast.
ごめん。ちょっと言い過ぎた。飯塚さん、刹那より北原さんの方が大事だもんね。
I mean, yeah, Haruki, like, Takaya was always, like, our bro, but it doesn't mean, like, he will look lightly at this. But yeah, in, like, other roads, like, when Io was totally with Setsuna, Takaya mostly took our side. Even though he also wanted for Haruki to be with Setsuna. But yeah.
さっきから何突っかかってんだよ。やっぱ変だぞ今日のお前。突然人呼びしたかと思えば。
だって。
しかも詳しいことは話してくれないし。
ないよそんなの。私は何も知らない。
とにかくいないんじゃ話にならないだろ。そろそろ行こうぜ。
その前にもう一度だけ。
Okay.
何やってんだ。そこ隣の部屋だろ。
Yeah. The door will finally stop ringing, along with the sound of footsteps leaving. I'm not sure if the voices I could just barely make out were that of the man or the woman. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was both. So it wasn't Setsuna. Yeah, Setsuna probably just heard you through the door and didn't ring. We saw her before your apartment. She must have heard something, I swear. This is such a pain. At any rate, crisis has been averted. Mission successful, huh? The disturbance has left. The people who came to criticize the sound of our laugh have left. This is so fucked up. So in truth, I can let go of her lips. We can raise our voices again. Right now, we are most closely connected than any two people in the world. We're so mixed together that we can't be torn apart. So instead, we pour into each other. Still deeply linked, we are spurred on by the strong sense of solidarity, since we are both traitors. The pain. Okay, White Album, okay. Bring me more pain. Okay, where are we? Okay, on the balcony, okay, sure. Oh, so someone's going to see them on the balcony or something. I swear. Like, someone must have seen them or hear them, god damn it. Darkness begins to cover the sky and the city grows quiet, or perhaps this place is far too urban to say that. More than anything, the outdoor unit of the air conditioner sounds really annoying. I put my hands in front of my mouth and breathe into it, with the white poof floating up into the darkness. Another day without a cloud over Tokyo.
寒いだろ。
平気だよ。
Kosa steps out on the balcony, seemingly longing for me, given that I wasn't in the room.
というか、お前の方がありえない。
Yeah.
湯冷めするだろう、そう絶
As always, she's so lightly dressed that she couldn't look like that without the heating on. I can tell with one look that she's freezing because her hair is still wet after the shower.
大丈夫。冷めたら人肌で温める。
冷めてからじゃ遅いだろう。こっち来い。
うん。
Like, how is it possible that White Album is making like me feel pain and then like they're going to like, wow, this is wholesome and sweet. What the fuck are you doing with me? Okay. Okay. That's how we want to play. Okay. Elsa let herself be wrapped around by my outstretched arms, as if this was her intention all along. Warmth of her wet skin and the scent of her soap stimulates all my senses. No matter how many times I touch her, no matter how many times I press against her, I can never get tired of that look, that scent, that breath, that feeling. And that way, she lets me spoil her.
今日もいい天気だったな。
引きこもりの俺たちには意味がないけどな。
Just like yesterday, we looked up at the moon together. We weren't able to see the snow we decided today, but we were able to spend the day we decided together.
さっきは危なかったな。電気つけてなくてよかったな。
まあ、
Though we did attempt to run away just a little bit.
私、やっぱりこっちに泊まらない方がいいかな。
You think so? No shit, Sherlock.
なんでそんなこと言うんだ。
だって、いつの間にかずうずうしく上がり込んでたけど、本当は。
お前がここにいてダメな理由なんか。お前の居場所は俺のいるところすべてだ。
Yeah. I think like Kazusa like understands that Haruki also meaning Setsuna. Like Setsuna is not the reason, basically. Anymore.
それにさ、たった数メートル移動するためにいちいち服を着る
Oh
の
my god.
めんどくさいだろ。
Yep, god damn it. The addict.
それもそっか。私、いつも裸。
ちょっとは自重してくれとは思うけどな。見るたびに発情させられる俺の身にもなってほしい。
ほんと野獣だもんな、春樹。
Elsa replies to my slightly inappropriate proclamation with laughter, like she understands my intention. That we already have more than enough of this atmosphere in bed, that I was trying to hide my embarrassment.
なら、今日みたいに誰か来てもバレないように、これからはずっと電気つけないで生活しようか。日が昇ったら目覚めて、日が沈んだら眠って。
それ、冬だと半日以上寝ることになるぞ。
寝る以外にもできることあるだろう。まあ、それも寝る
Of course.
だけど。
お前、
朝起きて、日が沈むまで働いて、日が沈んだらセックスして、疲れたら寝て、朝起きて。そんな自然な生活も良くないか？
Also, Haruki pretending to be ill, so by work you mean like Haruki going to work you?
なんか、せっ
And you're going to practice on Haruki? Jesus.
お前は昼間は狩りしないとな。でも春樹にそんなことできるかな？
やってみせるよ。
獲物と戦って勝てるのか？お前が。やっとの思いでネズミ一匹捕まえたかと思ったら、他の男に力ずくで奪われたりしてな。
狩りが全てにおいて体力勝負だと思うのよ。頭使って、道具使って。
春樹みたいな弱っちくて卑怯なやつが変な進化して今の人間になったんだな。
お前のためなら火だって発明してみせる。
春樹。
That was
卑怯
nice.
者って言われても、変わり者って笑われても、上総を守るために。
このホラ吹き、本当に。
だって上総、自分で食べ物なんか探さないだろ。日がない一日、石で作った楽器を奏でてる。
Yeah.
私お前以外の男からの施しは
カズさ
だから
Yeah.
お前が進化しないとすぐに死んでしまう。
任せとけ。任せとけよ。
I give myself up to the welling emotions and embrace chaos with all my strength. In the end, I brought back the mood I ruined by myself.
たくさん子供残して、いずれこの世界が
I swear they foreshadowing this. I swear they foreshadowing this so hard. Once again, they mentioned this. Once again. I swear this is going to be a plot twist at the end or something. I swear.
バカみたいに壮大な野望だな、それは。お前にしては上出来だ。
When imagining the two of us living in a long time ago, we can tell tales of such optimistic future. We can paint the picture of such happy life. Yet we are living in the modern age. We are modern people without wisdom or courage, who can't possibly imagine such a brilliant future. That's why we use the past as a substitute for the dreams we can't fulfill.
なあ、ハルキ。私
何
今幸せなんだ。
Haruki's happy too. When Cessna's not around, we are happy. But when we have flashbacks, we are just devastated. This is so fucked up.
それの何が悪いんだよ。
今が間違ってるって。今までの人生で一番間違えてるって分かってるのに。それでも。
だからさ、それのどこが間違ってるって聞いてんだ。
それは。
俺、お前がいてくれればそれでいい。
Happiness.
それ、私のセリフじゃないか。取るなよ。
And in the end, Kausa mixes her own feelings into the mood that I brought back. I feel a warm drop on my arm that's wrapped around Kausa's chest. The matter that condenses out of the humid atmosphere is a sensation I felt every day these past few days.
なあ、カズさ、この前約束した旅行行こう。
Ooh.
行きたいな。行けたら
Damn.
いいな。
行けたらじゃない。行くんだよ。明日空が明るくなったら。
Tomorrow?
明日
俺たちのことを誰も知らない。俺たちのことを気にする人なんか。
They're just gonna escape.
そんな。
They're just gonna run away. Like in like some kind of like movie. Because no one like accepts their love, then they will escape. Oh my god, they actually going. Oh my god, this is actually happening. Okay then.